Hey YouTubers, you want to try? I love it. Guys, if you've got gnats or fruit flies in your home and a bunch of house plants, and you think that the gnats are probably being caused by the plants, and you don't know which plants they're coming from, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to find the problem plants and how to stop the gnats for good and keep them from ever returning. You know, a few years ago I made a video on one of my most popular videos on the best way to kill gnats using a simple homemade trap and a safe, non-toxic, do-it-yourself gnat and fruit fly poison. It works extremely well. I also covered in the video all the different places gnats might be nesting in your house, and then one of the #1 top places is plants. So a lot of people ask me the same question. Okay, that's great, but I've got a ton of plants. Which are the plants that the gnats are coming from? So here's what you're going to do. #1, the simplest thing you can do is just go to each plant and just jiggle it, and they're usually coming from wet, damp soil on the house plant. So when you jiggle it, if there's any little gnats flying around out of the top of the soil, that's a really strong sign you've found your problem plants. The second thing you can do is they sell on Amazon and other places in the stores these little round sticky yellow flowers and things you can stick down into your plants. You just put one in each plant. Gnats are going to be attracted to the color yellow and they'll land on the card and get stuck. After a day or two, the plants with the most gnats on the cards are usually going to be your main source. Now a lot of people don't realize you can also take a potato. Now this is a very simple method. Just take a potato and slice it into slices and put slices of potato in the soil of the plants. Then look in a couple of days underneath the potato slice and see if you see a little larva, a little worm-like. That's the larva of the fruit of the fungus gnats. So those are the plants and the soil that is going to have your gnat infestation using a simple potato. Now you have to leave it for a couple of days. Okay, once you've identified the problem plants, here's what you're going to do. Let the soil dry out. In the future, don't water from the top. You want to water from the bottom. The gnats need really damp, wet soil. So if the top of the soil is dry, they're not going to be able to lay and make eggs and nest in there. You can also put a little barrier of sand or gravel in the top of your soil, and that way it will keep the gnats. So you can also buy diatomaceous earth. Make sure it's food grade. It's a fine powder made from microscopic organisms, and it's safe to handle, but you don't want to breathe the dust. When the insects crawl across the diatomaceous earth, it sticks into them and it dries them out. But it's very important for diatomaceous earth to work that the soil has to be dry. Now, another method. Oh, by the way, I'll leave a link to the video description where you can buy diatomaceous earth if you can't find it locally. You can also, one of the most popular ways to get rid of the larvae and the fungus gnats is with hydrogen peroxide, the plain ordinary peroxide you get at the store, 3%. Make it a solution of 1 part hydrogen peroxide and 4 parts water. So you would put, if you were making a solution, you would put a ½ cup of hydrogen peroxide and then add 2 cups of water. So that's 1/4 of hydrogen peroxide and 4/4 of water. So 2 cups of water, 1/4 cup, or excuse me, 1/2 a cup of hydrogen peroxide, 4 to 1. Now, when you make this solution, you simply want to water the plant on top. You don't want to saturate the entire plant. You're just trying to add enough solution to the top couple inches. And you should do that when it's a little bit dry. That way it can penetrate. Once you do that, you might have to do it a second time, but you shouldn't keep doing it because it's not good for the roots. In fact, if the plants are very new plants with a root system that's not it's extremely young, on an older plant with established roots, it's not going to be a problem. But let's say a little tiny seedling or something, it could hurt the roots if you keep doing it. So you shouldn't do it more than once or twice. But that should eliminate your gnats, the larvae in there, if it's diluted properly. It's really very safe generally. So to recap, the key to stopping your gnats is real simple. First of all, don't overwater. Keep the top of the soil dry and don't give them place to breed. At the top of the video, I'll show you the link to my other video I made a few years ago, how to make your own gnat traps and the safe, non-toxic gnat poison you can make with just household chemicals you can use at home. If you follow these steps, you should be able to find your problem plants and get rid of all your gnats and keep them from coming back. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other 1,700 weekly videos I've been making for 19 years on YouTube. Take care. Good luck. See you out there.